Hello fellow hitchhikers. I am excited to bring this video to you to be experiencing this together. What I'm excited about is that the Solarbots MVP, the minimum viable product, has been released today. I'm all set up in the basement with a cozy blanket and ready to find some bugs and see what works and see what doesn't work. This is not a full release of a game. This is a proof of concept. The team has been hard at work at laying down the base layers that are scalable and can add features to this, but to be open to having the community play things and test things and try things and to be part of this, I think is really exciting. A couple days behind schedule in terms of when they had hoped to release this, but some unforeseen bugs came up. Either way, we're good to go. So on the solarbots.io website, you can go to my profile. I did link an email address to this. You can use your own email address or just create a temporary burner email address, but it's made on the Unity platform, and part of that is having a profile. So you kind of validate the email address and you're good to go. Connect your wallet. It is only available right now on Windows. Mac is hopefully coming soon. Some sort of security setting they're figuring out. And then, of course, eventually all the mobile platforms and whatnot. But as for this MVP, it's Windows only. I will share what I'm using. It's an MSI laptop with some basic specs there. It's got the GeForce RTX, and I think it's an i7. So hopefully this will have no problem playing it. And you download it and unzip the folder, and you get a solarbots.exe file that you can run. I'll launch it. I missed a splash screen there. It looks like it ran in the background, but that's okay. There's no escape or minimize or settings to be able to change the screen size, but I think you can see it all. Welcome to the Solarbots Battle MVP. In order to try out our current work-in-progress battle demo, you need to log in with your Solarbots username and password. Clicking Login will open the Solarbots website inside your system browser and will allow you to log into your account or sign up if you don't have a Solarbot account yet. Okay. So it's launching the website with some sort of code. I guess because I already created that account on solarbots.io. Success. You can now close this window and return to the game. Pilot. Login successful. Welcome to Eld. Pilot, a journey awaits you. Continue. Well, I love the sound. One of the things that's really drawn me to the Solarbots project is there's so many talented people working on it, from the sound and music, the story, the lore, the community, the programming, and so on. Hesitant to reduce the sound like that, but I do want you to be able to hear my voice and comments as well, so I'll kind of try and find a bit of a blend. I want to be able to hear the sound, so maybe put in the background a bit. So what do I have here? I have some settings. So I can bring the music up or down. The effects. I can't adjust the effects. Voice acting, microphone, voice chat. I imagine these are all set to 0 because maybe right now they're not in play. These are live response, so you don't have to adjust it and then hit OK. It just reads it automatically. Most games, of course, I just bring the music right down while I want to play. It becomes too tedious in the background, but from what I've seen on the demos, the Solarbots music is going to be just great. In the teams, I can see all of my Solarbots. I believe I only have common on this account. Oh, interesting. I thought this would make me only be able to see. I don't have any voids, but it's not getting rid of what I'm... Okay, it will do that though. So I just want to... Oh no, it's not. Not really filtering anything. Is it? No, it just seems to be showing me... Oh, there is some filtering going on. What is it doing here? Wonder why. So it's not just showing me the Arborian. I don't know how it's filtering here. Okay, anyways, over here it seems to have randomly chose. Oh, I see. It's got some solar bots for me here. Back row, front row, my team. Oh, am I making a team of 8? I thought it was a team of 4. Do I just click? Or maybe I am just choosing 4, but I can put them in these different positions. So a melee, a ranged, a tank, a ranged. I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'll put a support in. Okay, so I got one of each type, kind of just random teams. I'll spend some time making an actual team. I'll just choose one of each type. I'll stick them. Well, I guess I wouldn't really have my support in the front row. Put my support in the back. And the ranged. So we got our tank up front there and some hand battling, and then the range shooting from a distance and hopefully supporting from the back here. I don't know what these other positions are, but let's, what's in this main menu? Well, that takes me back, okay. So the teams, oh, it didn't save my, oh, I'm in the battle. Okay, that's fine, maybe I click play there. So, what is going on? Can I move them? Abilities. Field repair heals the entity of a single. Looks like it's cutting off. It's not fitting on the screen, but that's okay. Lightning strike. Lightning strike damage. I wonder if this is like each solar bot has a different ability, or if it's just that category and they all have this lightning strike. Fire blessing. This is from my support, I imagine. Battle round. Maybe arrows. Okay, so up and down arrows on the keyboard. Toggle through these menus. Well, this is interesting. Lightning strike. You can see the enemies are lighting up. So it's going to do a lightning strike against those enemies. Headache, 0. Garrapada. Well, I see there's this enemy is called Headache, and this one's called Garrapada. It's too bad it's cut off here on the right hand side. I don't know if there's a way to zoom in or out. I'll hold the control and scroll the ball. No. Did it attack? Lightning. I want to attack again. Physical. Garrapada. How do I know which one is doing the attack? Is it lighting up? Because this is changed where it's located on the screen. Okay, attack. Physical. Let's keep hitting this Garrapada. It's like each of my solar bots is getting a turn to attack. I don't see these lightning choices anymore. Okay. Oh, he went forward and hit him with the book. Take that, bug. Was that lightning strike is against me? I don't know what all this stuff in the middle is. It's like we're squished over top of each other. Anyways, if I go attack, physical, I'm just going to keep hitting this Garrapada. Hard for me to know which one is the one I'm changing. I guess I could try, what's this change position? Oh, I can actually move it. Okay, I'm gonna go lower back. And then I'll do that for each one so I can figure out which one is attacking or in what position. Field repair heals the entity a single time for 200 health. So I don't know if the blue bar is like a shield and then it goes into the health. That's probably what it is. So there's no point in healing or anything just yet. Or firing a blessing. Enchants the target's weapon with elemental element, granting it 200 additional damage. And that has a cooldown. Okay, how do I attack? How do I go back to that previous attack menu? Escape? Okay. So escape in here does bring me back to previous menus. Attack, physical. Oh, this other window is still stuck up though. I can only attack headache 0. Get him with the fork. And now, so change position, lower front. Okay, so now this one is visible. Solobot Mark 1 with the number. It's too bad it doesn't tell me if it's a melee or what it is, because I can't remember now, and I'm having to change the position so I can see them. But anyways, we'll attack. Physical. Headache. That must be arranged because it didn't go. It was able to use the broom as a crossbow arrow from this distance. So now I think I'm using this back Solarbot. Yeah, I am. Smack it with the book. Oh, it retaliated. And now which one are we? It's almost like all of the assets are piled on top of themselves in the middle here. So I have my 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back here are the other 2 and duplicates. I'm not sure what this top bar does. Is it just showcasing them? Okay, let's just keep attacking. Let's see what happens. U1. Solarbot Mark 1 272 absolutely crushed it today. Why did that one get all the attention? I can't move this. 27236. That's this one down here with the fork. Maybe because I used it lots. Okay, main menu. Okay, takes me back to here. So if I launch these, it just launches the web browser. Okay. If I go to the Twitter one, just launches the web browser. Discord brings up the Discord on the web browser. Okay. Settings. Nothing's changed there. Teams. So which one was the ranged? I figured it was arranged. This one here. Yeah, this is the one with the broom. It's too bad I can't click on it and see the whole window. What kind of things can I search? I just type ranged. Okay, I can at least search that attribute. So let's try a different range and see if it has a different animation. Let's go with this plant dude. Well, I can't switch. I guess I have to pull this out. And then I can put in the new one. I'm going to do them in the lower. So that way it's a little easier to see. And for the tank, let's go with... Oh, let's go with this great big Arborea tank. Oh, right, I gotta pull this out first. Then I can put it in. We'll keep the other 2. Yeah, I don't understand these search things here. If I click Arborea, I would think I would only see Arborea. What if I type Arborea? Well, that seems to work. It just brings me to the Arborea, but it doesn't seem to allow me to search Oh, and I probably could have done it here. Instead of typing tank, I probably could have clicked one of these. That's ranged. That's... Is this ranged? No, what do these little symbols do? I can toggle them on and off. Okay, so nothing's showing. Oh, maybe now if I click rare. Or... No. Arborea. No. So this little shield just shows me the tanks. And now can I click Arborea within that? Ah! Except it's not... Oh, is it getting rid of the Arborea? Oh, I think this is working opposite to the way I thought. This is showing everything. If I click this, it's now getting rid of Arborea. If I click this, it's getting rid of Ilskegard. I don't have any neutrals in there. Oh. That seems opposite to me. Going dark makes me think it's checked. So this is showing... I don't know, is that... Am I just thinking backwards, or is that... Does that make sense? Shows everything. I want to turn off Arborea. Seems counterintuitive. Okay, anyways, now I think I understand these buttons. So that's tank. This is probably ranged. It's got that little target symbol. A sword for melee, that makes sense. And then a heart bot. Or a heart for support. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Now I understand how these symbols are working. Seems opposite to me, but that's okay. Let's go back into another battle. What's the problem? Oh, okay, going in. Hey, this looks better. It's not all stacked. It's still weird that these choices for what I'm going to do are way over here to the right. And I have no idea which one I'm currently on. Okay, let's go to attack. Physical. The Garrapatta. Okay. Wonder how it decides which Solarbot's going to go first. Okay, this must be this bottom left one now, the plant dude. What are my abilities? Field repair, which I don't need yet. Ooh, what's bullet hail? That was weird, it was underneath the bullet abilities. So now, based on this positioning of this menu bar, it must be the top left here. What are its abilities? Jumpstart, no. Symbiotic nanobots. Nanobots heal you for 50 health for 3 rounds. Ability cooldown. Let's just, I don't need to heal, but let's just click it and see what happens. Oh. So it's putting a little arrow over top of the Solarbots, except I can't see the other two because the menu's covering the, almost be nice if this menu was up above here or something. Oh, I like this. It almost looks like a face in the tree. Okay, let's just try clicking this bottom one. So this is going to do the Arborean tank down here. See what happens. Oh, okay. No animation, but I imagine if this was weak in health, it would have healed it. Okay, I'm going to try attacking, and then I'll try the flee feature on a different one. I think this one just shot. Battle round. So now they're doing a lightning strike. They're really attacking this top left one. So this menu position, I believe, is for this Solarbot here. Oddly, I can see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagonal panel underneath it. I'm just going to flee. What happens if I flee? Flee now. Oh. The whole team fled. I thought it was just the one Solarbot. You lost. I guess the Garrapatta 0 gave you a hard time, huh? Wonder what that 0 means. Is it the level of the enemy? Play again. Oh, I'm just loading into random random locations or random backgrounds. Maybe this hexagonal tile is telling me which one is actively playing. Okay, let's attack. Physical, pick one randomly, go stab. Oh, I thought it was like a glitch, but it's totally just which one is playing. Okay, attack, physical, pick one randomly. Attack, physical, smack it with the book. So let's see if we can figure out what this top menu means here. Oh, this is which ones have yet to go. Are they all going through? Now it's my turn. Because after each lightning strike, one disappeared and it popped on the other side. Okay, let's try this then. Attack, physical, Garrapatta 1. I think that'll finish that one off. And there you go. So it went to the right hand side because it's now getting ready for round 3. Next up is the pothead. Oh, so pothead, and then the mage with the book in the back here, then the Arborean tank, and then these are the turns of the enemy that's going to happen. So if I go attack, physical, Garrapatta 0, and so now if I couldn't figure out which menu this was going with, up top here, it shows me which one is currently attacking. So if I go attack, physical, Garrapatta 0. Now this one, attack. So I get quite a few turns here. Interesting that I can just attack whichever one I want. Whoa! It just shot me. And this one attacked. And back to the rotation here. I'd like to get hurt a little bit so that I can see if I can heal myself. Let's just try a lightning. It's cut off. I can't read it. So I'm doing a lightning to them. Alright, attack. Oh, if I go back, how can I go back? Was it escape? Okay, abilities. Bullet hail. 250 physical damage to all enemies. Let's just try that. And this one's abilities is enhances the target's weapon with elemental element, granting it 200 additional damage. Let's just try this. Fire dressing. Oh, I think I could have chosen. Interesting that. Oh, I can choose any of these 3. I wonder why I can't choose this back one. It might be dead. So let's try this. Fire blessing. Am I losing my health before the lightning strikes? That seems kind of weird. It was like minus 450, then I got hit by lightning. Minus 450, then I got hit by lightning. Feels like it should be in the other order. So now I went and gave this one some sort of blessing. So now when it attacks, lightning strike, it's on a cooldown. So I can't use the lightning strike again. I don't know how I can. Is there a. It's weird that I have to use my keyboard to go back. Anyways, escape to go back. Attack. Physical. Garrapatta 2. I think I get a bonus this time. 875 and 100. Attack. Physical. Garrapatta 2. Ranged. Shot from a distance. Next up is my tank. Abilities. So now I can't do this fire blessing, which gives 200 extra damage. Oddly, when this one attacked that had the fire blessing, it was a number and then 100. So it didn't seem to actually give it 200 additional damage, unless the normal number was increased by 200 and that additional 100 was some other bonus. Where do I go back? Escape to go back. Attack. physical. There's only one left. I don't know why I have to choose which one I'm attacking, but anyways, it's not a big deal. Retaliation. Okay, I'm going to attack again this time. Let's see what the numbers look like. Oh, again, I had the 2 numbers in that 100. So there must be some bonus that this one gets, an additional 100. Don't know what that would be. Attack, physical, headache. This poor Solarbot back here is not alive anymore. Can I revive them? Abilities. Fire blessing, no. Field repair. Heals an entity a single time for 200 health. Let's see if I can choose which one. I can only heal myself. I guess because that's the only one that's injured. Gave myself 200 health. Oh, and then he killed me. So these two are both now in ghost mode. Oh well. Let's just do a lightning strike. Yeah, again, the health went down, then he got hit by lightning. It's opposite order. So I'm assuming based on these train tracks and the art in the background, this must be an Ilskgard background. So if I hit play again, it just randomly chooses a different background, one that we saw before, sort of an arborean forest, some sort of poison. Okay, so if I go escape, back, how do I quit if I want to quit a match? I guess once you're in a battle, there's no getting out. Tab, 0, shift, control, right click. No getting out of a battle. I feel like I should be able to click these up top here and get some sense of their abilities or powers. So I can strategize which one. You know, for example, having this Arborean tank give that fire blessing or whatever to the next bot that's going to go. Well, I'll show you. Let's try this. Okay, so this is the first one. Its abilities. Oh, I seem to have done something. Now I can't go up or down. I was going to try and use a fire blessing on this. I think I froze it. Oh, it's back. It's alive. So if I go to abilities, fire blessing, the next one up is this pothead. So I'm going to go down. Oh, I can't click it. Part of me wants to just click that one. Even just to select it. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could click it and say this is the one I want to give it to, as opposed to memorize this number 27354 27354. So I've given it a fire blessing. Now when this one attacks physical, it's not showing me that it's giving me a bonus, but I believe it has a bonus. So one of those numbers might have been the bonus. Now I'm on this back one. So let's try this again. Abilities. Nanobots heals. Jumpstart. Revives an incapacitated ally. Oh, so when they were faded, this one could have revived them. Heals the entity a single time for 200 health. Alright, escape. I just want to attack. This music is great. Wow, they really just attacked the same one. And it's too bad because they... Oh, man, are they still attacking the same one? But they're attacking it because it's the one that could have revived the other one. So that's too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm now attacking 8 enemies. So I think each time I battled, I was battling more enemies. Again, it'd be nice if I could just click which one I wanted to attack instead of having to go through these menus of knowing which one. Okay, I'm going to flee. What I want to know is, do they have the same abilities? Bullet hail. So this is a ranged one that has bullet hail. So let's flee. Main menu. Teams. I don't think I can save different teams. I have to like just, it says teams, but I think it really is just the one team. But either way, this ranged had that bullet hail. So let's get rid of it. And then we'll choose a new ranged. So I can turn those all off and just have ranged. And let's just choose a different one. That was an Arborian pot. Let's go with this Ilskagard ranged. Back into the battle. So that's this one here. So let's see if it has that same bullet hail. Yeah, I wish I could just click the one I wanted to attack. So, okay, Grabata 0. Or even be able to click them or see them up top here and then get a drop down of what their abilities are. You know, are they all just this lightning thing? Hexagon tells me it's this one. So, physical, Grabata 0. So, abilities. This is the one we're testing. Bullet hail. So it looks like all the ranged have the same ability. Doesn't matter which class, which anything. Deals 250 damage to all enemies. Alright, let's do a bullet hail. And these were all blue because it was just taken from the shield. This one was red. This was taken from their life. Their abilities. Fire Blessing. And this is 266972. There we go. So I don't know if all of them just have Lightning Strike. Well, except for this headache. Okay, headaches can stand up into the shoot thing. Oh, this one's dead. Or knocked out. There seems to be a bunch of L's or something. I don't know what those are there for. And this one has like an F. Okay, so if we attack. Physical. Jerpata 0. Did I get a bonus? Should have got a bonus. Okay, this one has the ability. Jumpstart. Can revive. Did it do it? There it is. So it's revived with 50 and now it's its turn. So does it have like a self-heal abilities? Field repair. Heals an entity with 200 health. Can I heal myself? I can. Yeah. Back in it. Okay, abilities. Okay, this one only has field repair, which I could give it 200 health, or I can do the blessing, but it's on a cooldown. So let's do a field repair. And it's only giving me the choice of the one that's injured. I have to click the green bar. Let's see what happens. So now they're all on attack. Another one down. This one's almost down. It's not looking good. $875. What is this, melee? Or range, or support? I think that's support. It's pretty good. Heals the entity a single time for 200. Let's just see what happens. So I can heal myself, or I can heal this other one. Oh, this is weird. 27211 or 27344. But I don't actually need to heal that one. I need to heal 273362. I'm trying to heal this one down here, but I can't. I guess I'll heal my... Why would it... Because this one doesn't need healing. This one needs healing. Funny that it's only giving me the one choice. Oh well. I'm going to try healing this other one. See if it actually does heal it. No. I thought maybe it was giving the wrong number or something. Odd that it would only give me the choice to heal this one when 27362 is the one that's needing healing. We're about to be out of Solarbots. Okay, attack. Now they all light up like I can choose which one, but physical, headache 0. I think the writing's on the wall. No real way to know how much damage it's going to do. Well, you lost. Main menu. Exit. So I can sign out, which probably means then someone else could play. It does feel like things are too close to the edge. Like this build version 1 and whatever is cut off. Be nice if this was in a little bit so it wasn't so close to the edge. And even like on this left-hand side, this logo feels like it's pretty tight to the edge. You can imagine for different screen resolutions, there's different problems. Let's see what happens if we hit exit. Alright, just like that, it's gone. Well, that was a lot of fun. Pretty cool to see where we're at right now at the very beginning here. There's this proof of concept that we can battle it out, that it does work. And definitely a few things there I'm going to give for feedback, just in terms of like the score being reduced before the lightning, the inability to click which targets I'm trying to heal or attack. I have to actually read the numbers. The misplacement of the pop-up box for the various solar bots that we're trying to do. I would say the counterintuitive interface with the little buttons where I'm deselecting what is selected by making it dark, that seems opposite to me, and so on. Being able to click the enemies and see what the enemies are going to be able to do, or how much damage they're going to be able to do, or healing. It's a little tricky to kind of build strategy. I didn't have a sense as to why the number kept going up. I did see that it was at 8 at one point there. I will do a little bit of playing and seeing if I can beat that team of 8. I'll figure out if there's a little bit of strategy. Yeah, but lots of fun. So glad to be able to be part of this. Definitely going to play a little bit more. But I'm going to tidy up this video and take a few screenshots and fill out the form. So I hope that was at least somewhat interesting or enjoyable for you to see. I'm going to read the Discord, find out if there's some other things I'm missing, maybe hop back in and try it. But either way, thank you so much for being part of this with me. And remember to keep track of your towels and do not panic.